Whose stock is up, whose stock is down in fantasy football after week 10. Gonna run through the afternoon and evening games. Starting with the Chargers and my guy Kamani Vidal, his stock is rising once again. Channel started blowing up when I correctly identified him as the guy to target over Hassan Haskins a few weeks ago. Hope you guys didn't overreact to last week, but he's gonna have at least one more good week, and I think he retains a positive role in this offense after Omarion Hampton returns. He'll still have some value as a flex guy. A surprising riser too is Quentin Johnson. His numbers don't jump off the box score, but 10 targets easily led the team. He still is a favored receiver in this offense. Oronde Gadsden's injury could be a solid thing for him, so see if you can buy low or even pick him up in a shallow league. I continue to rate him higher than most experts because I knew his volume would fluctuate. You can see where I rank all these players, by the way, at my site fansports.com up here. I also keep moving Jaylen Warren up my ranks. He's exactly what you want out of a solid running back. Even in a game where his team gets whooped, he puts up 91 yards, decent stat line. And hold steady on DK Metcalf. I'll make a video on buy lows and sell highs in the middle of the week. I'm bumping Blake Corum up a notch. This was the second straight week where he's alternating drives with Kyren Williams. Williams' drives ended up lasting longer, so he still got 74% of the snaps, so this is looking more and more like a backfield where it's going to be split, and Corum will have some value even as a standalone guy. Everyone's favorite elite wide receiver who also gets 3 yards per carry, Christian McCaffrey. Stay steady on him. Don't worry too much about one-off game. He still has a high floor. I'm also moving Jared Goff up a little bit. I was low on guys, honestly, like him and Matthew Stafford, who can't run the ball much and are volume inconsistent, but he's just an elite passer in the NFL at this point. I'm also boosting Marcus Mariota up a little bit. He only had 22 passes in this game, which is surprising considering the blowout loss, but he was serviceable, and I think Treylon Burks will be an interesting deep league pickup this week as well. I love seeing a team go down 35-0 in fantasy because it means garbage time heroics are in store. Jacoby Brissett's a guy that on fansports.com is rated a lot higher than most experts, and this is why he has solid receivers, a solid situation. He can get some rush yards, rush TDs. He's got everything I want out of a solid quarterback in a deep league. Don't downgrade or drop Rashid Shaheed just yet. They only threw 12 passes in this game, so the numbers are a little bit skewed. I said it before, but Amari DeMarcado is back to being the most interesting running back on this team. I don't know when Trey Benson will come back for fantasy playoffs, most likely, so pick him up, but in the meantime, run with DeMarcado. DeMarcado only got about 1/3 of the early down snaps compared to Bam Knight, but at the same time, he proved himself this week with over 100 yards. I expect him to be the guy next week. I don't want to be like most overreacting fantasy experts and just switch spots between Trey McBride and Brock Bowers every single week, so I'm going to keep Brock Bowers number 1 still. But Trey McBride is the most consistent tight end in the NFL, even if his talent and ceiling is a little lower than Bowers. And I remain higher than most experts on Marvin Harrison Jr. He had 12 targets this game. He's getting elite volume. He had a quiet performance, but this was a historically good prospect, and Brissett is a much better fit for him than Kyler Murray was. Not quite sure why experts had him as the number 24 receiver going into this week. You can compare expert ranks to my ranks again at fansports.com. You'll notice my opinions tend to differ heavily from experts in a lot of ways. That's part of what's allowed me to win 36% of all the fantasy football leagues I've been in the last 20 plus years. Usually I mentioned that earlier in the video. Thank you for all the positive things the thousands of you who've signed up for fansports.com are saying. I'm continuing to build this site every single week. Really appreciate you all spending a few valuable minutes of your day with me here. Stay learning. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.